Get you through my morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jody and Hazy on Nova.
Joe, I scroll Instagram a lot.
Yeah.
And I got to say, I follow Tom Brady. I follow Ronaldo. I follow LeBron James, all these athletes. You know my favourite athlete to just perv on is?
Who?
Hamish Hartlett.
Oh, of course.
We've always said that.
Haven't we always said it? And he joins us now. Good morning, Hamish.
G'day guys, thanks for having me.
Okay, so congratulations. You're getting married this weekend?
This weekend, yeah, Saturday afternoon, so very, very exciting time.
Okay, so tell us what you caught on the cameras outside the front of your house.
Yeah, so, as you know, sort of on these occasions you get various bits and pieces sort of delivered to your house for the wedding and the lead up to the event. And on this particular occasion, it was Wednesday night last week. We had a parcel delivered on the front porch during the afternoon at about 2:30, and last Wednesday, Luba and I both got home a little bit later. We were home about 8:30 that night. She sort of said to me, "Oh, was there a parcel on the front porch when you got home?" I said, "No, I didn't see anything. Maybe they've left it around the side." So we checked around the side, and sure enough, there was nothing there either. And I did notice when I got home that night that the front gate to my house was sort of wide open, which I thought was a little bit strange.
Yuck.
So anyway, when she mentioned that, I thought, right, we'll have a look at the CCTV vision from out the front.
Yeah.
And we were scrolling through, couldn't see anything for a few hours. And then at about 6:30 that night, so still broad daylight, the front gate opens up, and this blonde-haired woman, like absolutely no idea who she was, decides to make herself welcome through the front gate, walks straight down the front past the front door and picks up the package, the parcel, tucks it under her arm, turns around as if it's all good, and then walks off. And actually,
What do you mean it's my house?
And just before she exited the front gate, she tried a little peep in the letterbox as well and just sussed out what was going on in there. And she pinched a few letters. I've got no idea what they were. We sort of joked at the time that they were HelloFresh discount vouchers, which they absolutely may well have been. But yet to see those letters. But pretty sort of not scary set of circumstances, but just makes you feel a bit uncomfortable that someone would just sort of stroll through into your front yard and pick the package off your porch in broad daylight.
We did see via Instagram as well that you did end up getting a sign back, because as soon as she opened it up and saw it, she just ditched it down the road.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so she's obviously thought that because of the shape and the size of the box that it must have been like a painting or some sort of piece of art or something that was of value to her. So she walked away with it, and then Luba and I sort of followed the general direction that she walked down, and sure enough, we saw the empty box leaning up against a tree about sort of 50 metres away. From there, we pretty much followed the trail of trash that she left behind. There was some bubble wrap that was left across the other side of the road, so we thought, all right, we'll follow the trail here, and then about another 50 metres down the road, we found the signs, thankfully, undamaged, and they were sort of leaning up against the side of another house about a couple of streets away. So, yeah, very, very fortunate. Thankfully, as I mentioned, the signs are in perfect condition. But, yeah, she's obviously realised that once she figured out that what was in the package was of no use to her, she sort of got rid of it. So,
wow.
Yeah.
So what was actually interesting about the whole thing was that one of my neighbours from across the road, I was talking to him a couple of days later, explaining the whole story, and he sort of said to me, he said, "Was that stolen?" I said, yeah, why is that? He goes, "Mate, I saw her, like, roll in there. We actually made eye contact." And he just assumed that it was one of our friends, because she did look sort of a little bit younger.
Yeah.
Someone that you wouldn't think twice about, really. And because of the casual and comfortable nature that she sort of walked through the front gate in and took the package, he just said, "Mate, I thought that was one of your friends just coming to pick something up from your front porch," because she was just so cool and calm about the whole thing. So, yeah, It was pretty crazy. Like, genuinely sort of eyewitness to see the event and still just rolled in and out as if it was nothing. So there you go.
Wow. Oh, well, in a nice little twist, she'll be a bridesmaid on the weekend.
132410, the strange things that you've had stolen.
Let's go to Jane.
Hi guys, I had a box of HelloFresh food for the week stolen.
That is frustrating.
Oh,
Yep.
oh my goodness. What are we talking here? Chicken schnitzels? Like, what was it?
I can't remember. It was a few years ago, but it was, a few $100s worth of food, easy.
Wow.
It would absolutely add up, but also the convenience then of having to go to the supermarket. We absolutely live by our little HelloFresh boxes.
Do you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, nice one. Michelle, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. What unusual item did you have stolen?
Well, it wasn't me. It was my son. I went to feed his dog, and this lady knocked on the door and gave me this package from down the road, and it was pregnancy tests. So I rang him and I said, "Have you got something to tell me?" And yes, that's how I found out I was going to be a grandmother.
Oh my goodness. So it's delivered to the wrong house?
No. It was delivered to his house. Somebody came in and stole it.
Yeah.
Opened it, thought, okay, and threw it on the ground. And,
it came back.
Yeah. And it came back. The lady brought it back for me while I was there feeding the dog.
There's so many different layers to this little moment,
isn't there? I can't get my little head
And
around.
he's a gorgeous little grandson now, and he's 6 months old. He's beautiful.
Oh,
there you go.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Gorgeous little happy ending.
Adrian, good morning.
Good morning, guys.
What'd you have stolen?
This is a bit of a sad one. My amazing partner had set up Christmas lights for our children, and everyone always loves them and whatnot. And when we woke up one morning, our giant inflatables had literally been cut with the rope, and someone had taken them.
Oh,
so
what?
there was just these big empty spots where someone had literally taken them, like a complete Grinch.
Yeah.
It's just horrible.
Just do that around Christmas time, you absolute
Right.
heartless you know what.
Oh my goodness. That's
Just so random. Like, what do you do with that then?
Yeah, exactly. So obviously, especially if you're like 2 houses down, you start to decorate your house.
was it Cozzy?
Let's round it up with Abby. Abby, you've had a bit of a tough year.
Yeah, I've been living in a unit block for about a year, and we've got obviously front access and back access to our units, and we had 2 cushions taken from our front porch that were sitting on like some furniture. So obviously nothing of value, but it was just very odd and a little bit unsecure feeling.
Yeah.
Then over New Year's, we were away, and we probably got back a day or 2 after a package from just Teamwork had arrived. So obviously can't really tell what's in it. It was just a baby toy, but someone had ripped the package on the front porch and obviously seen that it was just this little baby toy and left it there. So thankfully it wasn't stolen, but they'd attempted.
Yeah.
And then a few weeks ago, start of the year, we had a little ceramic dish from out the back stolen. So something you put nuts or a little dish. But yeah, not much of value, but just 3 attempts within a year. Not feeling great. So we can't leave much out the back now.
No.
So disconcerting that there have been people just sniffing around your backyard trying to find stuff.
Yeah, so obviously, we're a bit more nervous now that it's the back because we're like, oh, maybe it's one of our neighbours because that's the people that mainly have back access, unless you're checking the meter.
Do you not get along with your neighbours?
No, well, we know all of them, but we don't, we haven't talked to some of them that we think it might be. And I don't know, they don't seem that, unfortunate, that they would need to steal those kind of things. But, it's just annoying, really.
I tell you, Abby, you think you know someone, then bang, they'll steal your ceramic dish.
I know, so random, right? Nothing of value, so I can't be too mad. But it's more just the fact that people have taken things that, I didn't want them to take.
Yeah.
And it weren't there to take, so...
Abby, would it make you feel better if we sent you along to your favourite restaurant for dinner?
Yes, that would be so nice.
Okay, well, then that's on us.
Oh, thanks so much, guys. I didn't think I would beat the other ones, but it's been an annoying year.
Just a bit of advice as well, Abby. I suggest that you dine in because if you get takeaway, you get this food delivered, it'll probably get stolen.
Yeah, no more ROBBERY. Oh my God.
No. I think the key message here is get stuff taken to the post office these days.
I thought the key message was be better at stealing.
Here's what you're waking up to, Adelaide.
What's in the news today?
Your post-snooze news.
got Abby in the newsroom. What's trending online?
Good morning. So this is a big one for true crime buffs, i.e. me. So that's why I'm talking about it. One of the men who helped cover up the infamous bodies in the Barrel Snowtown killings could be released from prison in about 4 months' time.
This is outrageous.
Yeah. So Mark Hayden, he's 65 now. He'll complete his 25-year prison term in May, and he was one of the ones who, essentially helped cover up the crime.
Right.
Apparently his behaviour's been really good. He's been in low security for a while. He's remorseful, all of the things. But, people aren't too happy because obviously this was a really, really horrific crime that just went...
Well, it's one of the most notorious cases this state's ever seen.
Yep. So,
and it just seems unfathomable to people that he can actually be back out in the streets.
100%.
People, and that's what they're saying. He could be released with no conditions, which is concerning.
Wow. So no home detention, nothing.
Nothing. There could be no conditions. So unless the state government can turn around and actually convince the courts that he could be a risk, then he could be released in May.
I don't want to be flippant about this at all. But for goodness sake, the very least that man deserves is a bracelet, so we can at least monitor him in the community, make sure he's doing all the right things.
And as well, 65, like my parents are 60 or 63, and they're not old by any means.
No.
Like they're, really young, and 65 to me is not old enough to not be a risk to the community.
Yeah, it just seems strange. Like you've just said, it seems so strange that you can commit a crime like that and then walk free again one day.
Yeah.
Like it just...
Yeah.
Tell you what, not in the States.
No.
Much less than that, they'll lock you up forever.
Yeah, true.
A lot of them some states still have the death penalty over there.
All right.
Newsy. Maths back last night. Big build-up. We spoke to John Aitken yesterday, and he said it's going to be one of the most controversial seasons ever.
He said that before as well.
I know.
I don't know how you keep outdoing yourself each and every season.
Anyway, some bloke called Tim married some chick named Sarah, and then his mulleted best friend did a speech at the reception, and what followed was probably one of the more repulsive lines of a wedding speech, even for maths. Have a listen.
On the very last day, we sat in awe as he devoured rancid 4-day-old chicken. And Sarah, you can find solace in the fact, rancid or not, Tim will still eat you.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
Are you absolutely kidding me?
I know. What man drought? Hey?
Oh, don't even start, Jodie. And I heard you, what's the word?
What?
Tell John Aitken about me in your interview.
Oh, yeah, I did. I just mentioned that you were single.
Yeah.
And that you were open to any feedback as to why you were still single.
Weird that he and the cast or the people that get the people onto maths started following me yesterday.
Oh, there you go.
No, I'm not going on maths.
That's amazing.
No, it's not.
Oh, you're welcome, babe.
Thanks.
Oh, dear.
What man drought?
Oh, I flicked over to Australian Idol as well. We got a little bit of that there.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, right. So I'd had enough of maths, and I thought, oh, God, I can't do this any longer. And then I saw a guy do a stirring rendition of I'm Too Sexy. Have a listen.
From my shirt, too sexy from my shirt, so sexy it hurts. And I'm too sexy from Milan, too sexy from Milan, New York and Japan. And I'm too sexy from my cat, too sexy from my cat, for pussycat. And I'm too sexy for this song.
That's the one. That's the one.
Anyway, we can only hope that you can go on maths and we can set you up with him. That would be wonderful.
How did you get that audio of Hazy at the Lions?
How did you get that? Because it was like 4 a.m. at the sing. So sexy it hurts. Oh my gosh. Oh, let's finish off with some potentially really, really good news for Adelaide Strikers fans.
Yeah.
So Shamar Joseph, who you've probably fallen in love with over the last couple of days if you're a cricket fan, West Indies youngster who took 7 for to clean up the Aussies. He's indicated that he might be keen to join the Strikers.
Oh, how good.
Yeah, he's obviously got a bit of a strong relationship with Carl Hooper, who helps out at the Strikers and is a West Indies legend. He's also said that he'd like to be coached under Dizzy Gillespie.
Oh, we love Dizzy.
So everyone's going to be after him
for
the next BBL season, but he said that he'd like to be based.
So
in
good.
Adelaide. That's really, really good.
Welcome, Shamar.
And that's what you get. That's what you get. If you're Jason Gillespie and you've got a reputation for being a really, really good guy,
Yeah.
All these really good international players want to play for you.
Yeah,
That's
so
what it's
true.
all about.
All right.
Do you know what I think would get him over the line?
What?
A Balfour's frog cake.
No,
we should
I
send
don't-
him one.
No, I don't. Well, no.
And
Or-
he'll say yes.
Or going to the airport and singing him a little tune.
It's on my shirt. So sexy from my
Hey,
shirt.
Shema
So
Joseph.
sexy
It
it hurts.
Welcome to the Strikers.
It's Jody and Hazy on Nova. Jodes, you're an absolute mess this morning because you've forgotten your phone. What is going on?
I'm genuinely one day into the school year just I'm having this dialogue in my head where I'm going, how am I going to cope for the rest of the year?
Wearing your glasses around the wrong way as well and upside down. And she's wearing her headphones on her feet. How much per day do you look at your phone?
Oh, I'd hate to think, but you know how sometimes it pops up like how many hours a week you've done?
It's
That's
scary.
horrifying.
Really scary.
It's like you've wasted like 6 hours of your life a week
Big
on your
time.
phone.
6 hours.
Yeah.
Sometimes 6 hours a day.
You?
A lot of people on Instagram. Yeah. You 4 hours for Zoe on Instagram per day. A lot of people 6 or 7 hours on a bad day, on a slow day.
Yeah.
6+ hours on Instagram.
Jeez Louise.
Yes. It potentially is going to really affect human evolution in a few hundred years' time. Research has found that using our phones too much is ruining our bodies, giving us text neck and turning our hands and wrists into claws.
I don't know if this is incorrect or not, but someone was telling me that we're going to have, this a school teacher was telling me that we're going to have a whole generation of kids with little horns growing out the back of their necks.
Really? And was that in drama class? Why are we getting horns?
I don't know. I hope it's not true. She said to Google it, which I haven't done yet because I'm horrified. But apparently all the kiddies are going to have little horns growing out the back of their spines.
That could be actually very, very cute. Smaller brains, hunched backs,
Not little pterodactyls.
locked elbows and truly gnarly claws, all from too much tech. Tech neck is a situation where people using smart devices, even laptops, look down too long, causing their head to fall forward on their neck and increasing the load and weight on their cervical spine.
Oh, you call it tech neck. I call it a horn.
Yeah, maybe it is a bit of a horn. The most concerning one for me is the claw, though, as well. They're saying the claw because that's the shape of your hand when you're holding your piece of tech, when you're holding your phone.
Yeah.
So it's like a bit of a genuine claw, and all of a sudden, just give it 2 or 3 years and... That was Jody this morning when she realised that she'd lost her phone.
Walking around with my hands like all clawed up with a little horn coming out the back of my neck.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
The other thing as well is I can picture in 10, 20 years after you're absolutely just got so much tech neck and and these claws have formed to such a degree that just Jody, just 2 claws coming up, just creeping up like Gollum and just giving a bit of this one.
Ooh, can I just have a little nibble of that?
Reaching out the claw. Get away from me, Gollum!
Do you know what does not sound nice? When a member of your team hasn't done something that they should have done for 7 years. Producer Zoe joins us now. Tell everybody at home what you have not done.
Okay, for the record, I shower. Thank you, Andrew Hayes. I shower daily. For 7 years, which was when I graduated high school 7 years ago.
Oh, okay, show off.
No, not show off, context. I finished high school and got a new haircut.
Yeah.
And I haven't been to a hairdresser since.
7 years you haven't been to a hairdresser?
I've not been to a proper hairdresser in 7 years. Wow. I've had my mum, Bindi, we all know and love Bindi. I've had her chop my hair off with the kitchen scissors in the backyard, just give me a little trim.
Yep.
But I have not seen a hairdresser in 7 years.
See, all the hairdressers are horrified right now that your mother cut your hair with blunt scissors.
Yeah,
that was pretty upsetting. Even Bindi wasn't okay with that.
Yeah.
She's like, God, what am I doing to your gorgeous hair?
But she would have looked cute while she was doing it.
Yeah,
absolutely. She would have done it with style. 13, 24, 10, what have you put off? Because this is just outrageous. And just to paint a bit of a picture as well, when you see Zoe without her hair tied up, think of this guy.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Oh, thanks. No, he's genuinely right though. I look like Hagrid.
It's a real Hagrid vibe.
You're beautiful.
It's everywhere.
I've got a lot of hair for context. For those that don't know what I look like, I've got a lot of thick hair and it's down to nearly my waist now.
Yeah.
So I never wear it down because it's so massive. But I'm going to the hairdresser today after the show.
What's that hairdresser going to do?
I don't know.
Hopefully
Hopefully
one of those
not
little Ned Flanders type screams when Zoe walks in.
Yeah, I know. Imagine her
absolutely.
seeing my split ends. Like, God. God. I'm sorry in advance, Annie.
So what are you going to do? About 6 inches? You going to take off?
I'm going to take off. So it's down to my waist now. I'm going to go to just below my collarbone.
Whoa.
Yeah. Big.
Okay.
She's ready for a change, Big transformation.
2024, you do, you boo.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I will.
Let's rip around the room. What have you put off, Abby, in the newsroom?
I've put off going to the dentist for over 10 years.
That's a long time.
That's why we make you sit in a booth by yourself.
Yeah. I would have made me sit in a booth a few years ago too. Yeah, I don't know why, really anxious about it. And then I came home and decided, I've got to get this under control because I did have bleeding gums and things like that. And then I went to the dentist yesterday after going for consistently about a year.
Yeah.
And now we're to 6 monthly cleans. I've completely transformed my gum health and everything's back to the way it should be. So happy days.
Yes.
Winner.
Abs, I'm exactly in the same boat as you. In fact, I think I've outdone you. I reckon I was about 11, maybe 12 years without going to the dentist.
Wow.
And then I got down to one single tooth left. Old Chomper, we called him.
I remember my best friend saying to me, I was messaging her saying, I'm such an idiot. Why would I do this? This is disgusting. And she was like, in a year's time, it'll all be better. And then I messaged her yesterday and I said, do you remember when you said to me in a year's time, you'll be better?
Yep.
And that's that day's
Here
come.
we are.
Yep.
So, yeah.
2023 for me was year of dental health.
Yeah.
Got the wisdom teeth out.
True.
And same thing. I get them cleaned now I'm trying to go sort of every 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, well, I was every 3 months last year just to keep on top of it. But now he's, yesterday said, nope, you're fine. We'll come back in 6 months.
Beautiful teeth around here. Everyone in. Group kiss.
Your
Kissing's good for your mouth health,
Your
by the way.
Invisalign was to the detriment of all of us, though, because you had these big mouth guards, and you eat something, you take it out, and it's just like slime and saliva flying across the.
Sometimes you've got to go through a little bit to get the shiny little pearl at the end.
13 24 10. Let's do this. What have you put off? And the best caller of the day in the Zoe theme, we'll send you along to a spa or whatever you need to get done.
Pamper day.
A pamper
Yes.
day.
The best caller.
Happy to do that.
Can I have it?
Oh, you're paying for your own haircut today.
Of our good friend producer Zoe.
Give us a call. What have you put off? Let's go to Jaden. Hey, Jaden.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Firstly, that was harsh but fair from me, wasn't it?
I'm going to go no comment on that one.
Yeah, good call. That's safe.
What have you put off, Jaden?
So growing up, I was told I had a peanut allergy from like a young little boy.
Yeah.
And I've obviously I decided as I got into my kind of teens that I wanted to make sure I wasn't allergic. So I booked in to get a blood test because you got to go to the doctor and get a referral. But I'm deathly afraid of needles.
Oh,
so
no.
it took me 6 to 7 years to go get this blood test.
Yeah.
And then when my partner decided to take me, it turns out I don't have a peanut allergy.
So, Jaden, how many years in total do you think you had a peanut allergy?
It'd be over 10 because I was a little boy when I was told. And then, got to my adult years being petrified of anything satay and then decided to finally get the test done.
Think about all those nutty satay good times that you missed out on.
I know. Would you like some satay chicken for entree? No.
I'd love to, but I can't. I'm going to blow up. So since then, though, Jade, what happened? Did you discover this beautiful relationship, for example, with peanut butter?
Just peanut butter is delicious.
Yes.
Satay's amazing.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Wow.
Whoa, the V8's in the background too.
Oh, Jaden, in the spirit of this, because the best caller of the day, we said we're going to send you to a spa, but would you like to go and get a barber haircut? What would you like?
Yeah.
You can tailor this prize.
How would you pamper yourself?
If you do the spa, I'm happy to send my partner. We've just had a little boy, so happy to send her.
Excuse me to the sweetest man in the world.
We like Jaden.
I love Jaden. Thank you.
Get a satay, Jaden.
There you go.
Have some peanut butter.
Satay.
Oh, dear.
Oh, that's really nice.
Jody and Hazy, song.
Okay, this is how it works. And welcome, producer Zoe. We
Hello.
have 2 songs, we orchestralise them, and then we go head to head and try and guess the name and the artist.
Name and artist, and your name is your buzzer. None of this. I just want straight up Andrew or Hazy.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough for me in this space. I mentioned before that usually I'm extremely arrogant, like so arrogant. It's almost
no one made
even I
you.
can't stand me.
Yeah.
So then when I do that, you jump on me. But then when I give you compliments, you jump on me as well.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, you're trying to psych me out.
Well, you condition someone a certain way, Hazy. They're going to respond a certain way.
Thank you so much, producer Zoe. Wise beyond her years.
Oh, wow.
Well, you don't have too much to gloat about because the score is currently 1-1 for the year. So
I'm not gloating.
Yeah, there's plenty of room for losses, wins, all of it. But today, as always, we've got 2 people that you're playing for. We've got Rebecca from Seacliff on Team Jody this morning.
Hey, Beck, welcome aboard.
Thank you, Jodie.
And then for Team Hazy, we've got Daniel in Langhorne Creek.
Go on, you, Daniel.
Let's go, horse.
Let's go.
Let's go, horse.
Daniel, let's go. I love this. All right.
All right, as always, 3 songs. It's a best of 3 game. I'm nervous. Song number 1.
I'm nervous as well.
Let's go.
What?
It's a tough
Shush.
one. Listen.
Do you know it, Abs? I don't.
Keep
Well,
listening.
can you be quiet?
We've still got 40 seconds.
Keep listening.
Oh.
Oh. Hazy.
Oh, no!
Hazy, what have you got?
I've got it. I know it.
Rihanna.
Yes.
Song name?
Only girl in the world.
Yeah, he's got it.
Like I'm the only boy in the world.
But you bought yourself a little bit of time there, Dale, didn't you?
Oh, do you know?
Hazy. It's starts with R, rhymes with Bianna.
Well, I didn't know if Zoe. I was waiting for Zoe to address me when I called my name.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
when?
Yeah. Look, lucky. That was a tough one, though, guys.
That was tough.
Really tough.
That's good. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves.
Okay, ready?
Song number 2.
Next song. What the hell is?
Just listen.
Stop.
Sorry. This is rubbish.
Abby's got it, I reckon. Oh, she's racking her brain.
No, I've got it.
Oh!
Hiya! Hey, Jodie, Outcast, hiya!
That was good.
Nice, Jodie.
That was very good.
Jodie will now be known as Haya.
I was playing in my brain. I still couldn't get it.
That was nice. My favourite, I love the little behind the scenes that no one gets to see is Jodie's little run every time she gets it right. She runs to the door and back. Get it out of your system.
Like a little puppy dog
Little
when the
zombies.
owner comes home and she runs around in circles. That's
Well, that means it's a bloody tiebreaker. Let's go. This is
alright.
for the win for the Faster voucher.
Okay.
Song number 3.
Here we go.
I'm going to say
I know.
Jodie
it
and
is.
it's
Jodie's.
Sia.
Jodie got in. See a song name?
No, you didn't say C. You said it was later.
Do you know what she said? Sia. Song name? Oh, it's anyone's game.
Oh.
Oh, Titanium! It's Titanium!
Hey guys, guess what? There's a technicality here.
Oh, here we go. You're going
Because
to
you didn't
say...
buzz your name in.
No, come on. Can't be a bad loser.
it's a draw.
It's not a draw.
She's the adjudicator.
I am the adjudicator. Andrew, I like where you're thinking, but it's not a draw. The points go to Jodie. And the Faster voucher goes to Beck. Congrats, Beck.
Oh.
Thank you.
Hey, sorry, Daniel. I didn't know we were cheating here. Sorry.
That's all right, Hazy.
Oh, sorry,
No,
mate.
that was fun.
But congratulations, Beck.
Thank you.
Oh,
Good
thanks,
to
Beck.
see you've got
Sorry.
your arrogant spark back.
Oh, damn it. Oh, we're going in that direction, are we? Oh, such a shame.
Oh, never mind.
Such a real shame.
Oh, well.
You'll be
Oh, well.
right.
Okay, you'd be okay.
Okay, let's analyse. Who's worse after a loss?
Yeah, Jodie.
Me or Jodie? Yesterday, a really, really big day for a lot of the youngsters. Oh!
Back to school to prove to Dad that I'm not a fool.
In particular, your
Yes.
beautiful daughter.
Well, I asked to leave early yesterday, which you very kindly said, yes, that's fine, to get to my daughter's first day of high school. Please don't ever let me do that again.
Oh, trust me, we won't.
So legged it from here, and she's been so excited to start high school and so chilled. But when I got there, she came up and she hugged me, and next minute, her big, beautiful blue eyes just filled up with tears. And I was like, oh, no. What are you doing? What are you doing? No, this is a happy day. You're going off to high school. And she got really, really upset, which in turn meant I got really, really upset. And I said, darling, what are you so afraid of? And she goes, it's the learning, like that. And I'm like, that's okay. Uncle Andrew's scared of that too. Don't worry.
I get that. I feel you, young sister.
Yeah, so teachers come from everywhere and the school is so lovely. And there was this beautiful Year 11 girl who came over to Peyton and just said, hey, you're going to be okay. I'm like a few years down the track. It's a great school. You're going to be fine. So that was all very sweet, but it was like handing her off into the big bad world, and it just felt really, really awful. And so I went and I sat in my car after she eventually went off to her classroom. And can you remember when Ron Burgundy, when his dog died? Right?
Baxter.
Yeah. His dog Baxter died and he was in a phone box talking to his mate. This was me in the car, ugly crying yesterday.
I didn't understand a one word you said. Ron, are you okay? Ron. Ron, where are you? I'm in a glass case of emotion.
Just a knock on it. Everything okay in there, Mrs. Oddie?
No, I'm in a glass case of emotion.
Would have been a lot of tears yesterday for all the parents.
I know, but I was almost like, this is not about me. This is about the kids.
It's supposed to be a celebration.
What's wrong? And my husband turned to me and goes, why are you being a baby? And so it was a day of complete and utter emotional trauma where, you know, when you're just worried about your kid all day and you just want to know that they're all right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I pick her up from school and I looked at her and I was like, how was it, darling? She goes, oh, Mum, that was the best. I'm like, oh, my God.
Meanwhile, you're just in a ball at home, just rocking back and forth, wondering if she's getting tied up and bullied mercilessly.
She's like, I had the best day. Did you, darling? I didn't.
We're going back in time. Hazy's on this Daisy.
Hey, Tuesday, sure, it's midweek, and you're like, wow, which way is it going to turn? I can either have a good rest of the week or I can sort of veer in a bit of a negative direction. Choose the first option, I reckon.
Yeah.
Here's some history for this day, which was and is all day the 30th of January. 1974, Christian Bale was born in Pembrokeshire in Wales. He's 50 years old today.
Well, guy dresses up like a bat clearly has issues.
Things go a little pear-shaped for Christian when he left a voicemail that was quite aggressive.
Went very pear-shaped. Yeah, apparently he's a psycho behind the scenes, apparently.
Yeah.
Like a genuine... I don't know if it's diva or it's just like... Or maybe it's a bit of a... Is it diva mixed with he's a genuine perfectionist?
Don't you hate... No. There's no excuse for being an a-hole.
I'm sorry. I just want things to be perfect. 1987, Lance Buddy Franklin was born in Perth, WA. He's 37 years old today.
High ball in, Buddy. He's put it down. Who said he couldn't contest it, Mark? He rips it in.
There'll be no one, again, as good, as charismatic, as much of a package as Lance Franklin.
Well, I said pear. You said charismatic.
Charismatic?
Charismatic.
Did I?
Yes.
Oh, he's very charismatic. Don't you worry about that.
He was charismatic to Miss Universe, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, it makes sense.
Got that deal done.
Makes absolute sense, doesn't it? Deserves nothing less. 1988, In Excess made #1 in the US with the single Need You Tonight.
I need you tonight.
How sexual was Michael Hutchins? Talk about sex symbols back in the day, the way he moved his body and sort of throwing random in songs like, oh, you're like, oh gosh, it's got a little spark, a little spark of energy.
That's doing things.
In a spot I shouldn't be getting spark of energy. The #1 song on this day, January 30 in 2002, In Your Eyes by Kylie Minogue. And correct me if I'm wrong, spent some time with Michael Hutchins.